Hello, friends, and welcome to Escaping the Mouse with your host, me, Breck Roll. All right, you may notice that we're a little narrower on the screen today because today is another flashback video. Today is my friend Beth's birthday. So happy birthday, Beth. This video is for you. A number of years ago, every year for Beth's birthday, we would go celebrate by having a little adventure with her and I and a few of her friends. One year in 2006, we decided to go bungee jumping. Something I'd always wanted to do, and it's one of those things that you got to have somebody to do it with because it's not really that much fun to do it on your own. Well, it turns out Beth had found a place up in Angeles Oaks that was an old bridge that had been built in like the 30s, and like 2 years after it was built, a flood came through and wiped out the road going through there. So there was this brand new bridge and nothing else. And it's basically been abandoned ever since. In the 90s, a gentleman got the rights to use the bridge for bungee jumping. And ever since then, they've been doing that. Now, in 2006, like I said, we went and did that. And it was a lot of fun. Now, since there weren't really any roads back there, we got into a parking lot and we had to hike a couple miles in. So that was part of the fun. But then we got there and we got to do our bungee jumping, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm going to show you some of that because we had a good time doing that. And like I said, it was Beth's birthday. So what better way to celebrate Beth's birthday than reliving an old memory? Here we go. Now, as you'll recall from the intro, I mentioned at the beginning that the bridge had been built in the 30s. Actually, it was 1936 when they built this thing, right at the height of Depression. They built it to go through the hills, a big elaborate bridge, and then 2 years later, a big massive flood flooded the whole canyon and basically washed out everything except the bridge. So what we had to do is drive to the foot of the trail and hike into the bridge, which was a couple of miles. This was one of the hottest days of the year, and it was like well over 100 that day. They were predicting rain, but it never came, and it was just really oppressive heat that day. So it was, not the most exciting hike in the world. Additionally, about a month earlier, I had been visiting a friend in Hawaii and had badly sprained my ankle on a hike out that day. So I was still in a little bit of pain from that and a little bit concerned what might happen when I started bungee jumping with a sprained ankle. As it turned out, it was all right. And one of the things we had going for us in terms of the heat is walking in. We were literally walking across the river that had wiped out that road oh so long ago. So needless to say, we took a lot of opportunities to cool off on the river whenever we needed to, and that was quite frequently.
All right, so this is our Bungee America trip for Beth's birthday. Beth, you're the center of attention today.
I know, dragging behind. But Jen and Robert are further back there. Okay. All right. I have a heavy backpack.
Look at Heidi, the brave soul, leading the way. Heidi, I miss seeing you climb up. I'm sad. I'll just throw it up to you like a football.
Ride the rock, Pam.
So once we finally arrive at the bridge, we take a little time to cool down, and during that time the people who are kind of guiding the trip, they get their equipment set up, and we all kind of sit down and get a little bit of an orientation about how all this works and all the practices and techniques that you're going to need to do this safely.
We have 2 construction anchor straps in here. They're actually crane lifting straps, and we have 2 safety rescue rated carabiners that hook onto that. Each of these are rated at over 7,000 pounds. Moving through the system, we have our bungee cords. We have, on this system, there's a 3-cord set. It's okay? On this system, there's a 3-cord set. Each individual bungee cord today can hold 1,500 pounds. On that side, we have 4 cords. 3 cords, 1,500 pounds equals times 3 equals what? 4,500 pounds that these cords can hold. And a 4-cord system can hold 6,000. So those of you guys that are harnessed up, you can kind of figure out your own safety ratios. And how you're going to do that is, basically when you guys fall today, you're going to generate 3 G-forces of energy, which is going to roughly translate your body weight into 3 times its weight from what it is right now. So you're going to go from 150 pounds to 450 pounds on the way down, and you'll be on a system that can hold 6,000 pounds.
Heidi, are you ready to go?
So once the safety orientation is over, the next thing to do is just put the harness on and take the plunge. Basically, you're just counting on the fact that you have the courage to jump off the bridge and that gravity will do the rest of the work. Now, they talk a lot about how to get back up, because one of the things, you got those support posts under, and you don't want to hit those. Generally, you don't, because they jump you kind of in the middle of a span, but there's always the possibility of that, so you kind of keep an eye out for that. And even when you aren't doing jumping, you're kind of the manual crew, because what they'll do is, after you've kind of settled and stopped bouncing around, they'll send a rope down to you, you'll carabiner into it, and then all the people that are waiting for their chance, they'll grab on hold of the rope and they'll all pull you up.
You're going to go right after height.
Not going anywhere? Oh wait, gold. Which one's gold? Yeah.
So watch me, she's coming back, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I did it right, but
Squeeze it.
I hope you'll be okay.
Now, when Beth got out there, she actually had a couple of false starts. She had a little trouble convincing herself that it would be safe to jump off of a bridge. You know, you get a whole life of conditioning telling you don't do that. So it took her a couple of attempts, but she did eventually make it.
Hey, Beth.
My skydiving.
Hold on, bend your knees, straight out your arms, and down. Bend your knees.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I thought they were.
Straight out your arms like a squat.
I'm good. I'll be aggressive.
All right, here we go.
So I straighten out and
You
then.
just jump in this direction.
Oh, how do I just let go?
Yeah, so don't kick out your legs. You know, this is straight 90, right? 40 degrees.
All right, look at me, my darling.
40 degrees left is that way.
Look at me. I want your butt going that way. Down my arm. Look at my arm. There you go. Get down to the position of power. Come on, get those knees. Bend those knees. Now look at my hand. Look at the butt going that way.
I'm the lack of aggression. I suck.
Alright. Good ball. You look at me, I can help you.
Okay.
Come on. Get down in the position of power. Lean back on your arms. Do it. You can do it. You can do it. Lean down. Lean down low. Do it. Stay right there. Straight down. Arms up. Big smile. I like that. Here you go. Look at me. Look at me. Look at here. In my eyes. We're never eye contact. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Okay, wait. One more time.
Alright, give me 5.
5. Oh!
Give me high five. Give me high five.
Okay.
Down on the position of power. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bungee! Yeah? Can't wait to get that everywhere.
Online, please, and up rope. Up rope. Look up, Beth. Watch the bridge as it comes. 3, 2, 1. Stop and drop. Thank you. Step onto your left, right?
This is a lot harder to do.
Nice job, my dear. Yeah!
Now with this company, you can choose to do different kinds of dives and multiple dives if you want. Beth elected just to do one, but when I did it, I figured, you know what? We're going to make the effort to do this. And I chose to do 3 dives.
So, Brett, are you going to go backwards first or forward?
Forward first, I think.
Yeah. Are you excited?
I'll tell you when I'm done.
Good answer. Good answer.
I don't know how I feel right now.
So next it was my turn, and I'm actually somebody that's pretty good at trusting technology, especially when it's explained to me, and when they told me that those bungee cords are capable of holding 6,000 pounds or 4,500 pounds, and I was only going to be pulling 3 Gs. So sometimes it's just you gotta just apply the mind over matter, or maybe mind over splatter.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Correct.
How many jumps are
3.
Good.
Front.
Craig, say hello to the camera. You might slap.
Hello to the camera. It's been nice knowing you, even though I never actually met you.
I'll give it to your parents, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I regret nothing.
Can we get a double, Alex?
Sure. Hey, Alex, do you have some no-shows? Squeeze your glove check. Squeeze your glove check.
Alright, moment 3.
Target for me. That flag right there, right?
Target.
Go big, go big. Jump forward like you're jumping into a swing. Alright, here we go. 5, 4,
3, 2,
1. Bungee! Like skydiving. Woo!
Here we go. Oh,
There he is.
very nice. Ah. That was a good one. I was like, where did he go?
3, 2, 1, stop. How is it, man?
All you do is look it up. Well done, Rob. Nice job.
Sometimes they don't have time to think about it.
Nope.
Are we doing it backwards for a sec?
Yep. That's why. Oh yeah, that'd probably be a good thing.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bungee! Yeah! That's a great thing.
You gotta take some pictures because I'm not doing another one.
Watch the bridge, Greg. There you go. Look up, look up. There you go. Good job. There you go. 3, 2, 1, stop. Good job. Thank you. Step on. Another thing is stand on the left corner. And you want to go.
All right, Brett.
Look
Look at the camera. Can I stand over here with the camera in front?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You have them strapped?
Yep, my strap.
Okay, yeah.
All right, ready?
You can stand up on this ledge.
Okay, I'll lean over when he jumps. You ready?
No.
Perfect.
Hands to the side. Okay. Go more towards the corner of it. Yeah, there you go. That angle. I got you right here.
Okay.
Lean back a little. You're not going to fall prematurely. I got you.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
There we go. Baby hop back on one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby hop.
My big man. Big boy.
Yeah, you got it.
You're fine, Brad. You're fine. Online, please. Get over to online. Thank you very much. Online and up the road. Slow down. There you go. Good. There you go, Brett. Nice job with the kicking of the bridge. 3, 2, 1, stop. Nice, man. Did pretty good. How about that? Step on over.
All right, Mr. Craig. How was it?
It was awesome.
Are you done?
Done.
All right.
See your hands. Bend a little, slightly.
You're locking the building over there.
How was that?
That was a good one.
Shade.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I know I had an enormous amount of fun doing it. I love doing things like that are little adventures, kind of face your fears a little bit. And you know what? It comes to the point where you come to trust the technology and you know it will take care of you. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you as always for watching Escaping the Mouse. I'll see you next time. Good night.